I joined Ag 1 my freshman year just because it was another class I needed to take and I'd heard it was a good program. I did soils, then next year I had the opportunity to do forestry, and with a really good ag teacher like Mr. Gailey constantly teaching us all sorts of things about forestry and making it an interesting topic, we really started to do very good. In starting out the contest, we won all of our contests. So we made it to districts, we won at the district contest, and we moved on from districts up to the state level. And the state level was probably the hardest contest we had to do because all of the schools that were at the state level were there to win. So we went to state and we won, and after that we went on to the national contest and we got second place at the national contest, which is really good. The best part was definitely all the time that we got to spend as a team. The other three team members, I didn't really know them very well when we started, but throughout the course of the entire thing, we've really gotten to be a lot better friends and just a lot of memories and stuff. Every little part of it made up to be a very awesome experience.
To prepare for competitions, we would practice like once a week. We'd get together and we'd go outside, drive around in the suburban, look at trees. We'd go out and measure trees. We'd pick apart every little thing we did. We'd look at maps, our written tests, disorders, you name it, we looked at it. Missouri is the hardest state to get out of, one of the hardest states to make it out of in forestry anyways. And then we worked hard enough to win the Missouri state competition by 30 points. At nationals, we competed on 2 days. On Wednesday we went in, and the first thing we did was we took a written test, a 50-question written test. And then after that we went and we did a team presentation. We had 10 minutes to prepare a presentation, 7 minutes to give the presentation, and then 3 minutes of presenting. I liked the little things, like spending time with my teammates and studying with them, all the jokes we made while studying, the memories we made at practices and at state, at nationals.
I did forestry because last year I really enjoyed competing on the soils team, and I just like going out and having the competition. It's really fun to like learn something that you're going to use in life. I was high individual, so that was pretty awesome. Moved on, learned a whole new set of trees and a bunch of new events for nationals and got to compete there. Came home with $2,400 total in prizes and second place finish. It's one of the highest that Missouri's gotten at the national contests. So the best part probably about those competitions is just all the little things, spending time with, really good friends that you come to know really well from our trips. We went out to North Carolina to get ready for nationals, spent a week up in Columbia competing and practicing for countless hours every day. So it was just really nice to spend all that time with some great people.
Forestry was just one of the bigger competitions that we do here. It's one of the more important things. We take pride in our forestry team. We normally do pretty well. This year we did a little bit better than usual. It took a lot of practices. During season we had practice at least once or twice a week, every day, and then we had a contest every day on Saturday at like 7 a.m. We normally had to be here 4, maybe 5 a.m. sometimes. Whenever we went to a competition, we'd have to ID probably 25 trees, I think, every contest. And then we had a 50-question written test. And then we had 10 questions of disorders, which are just tree diseases and insects. And then we had to cruise a tree, which is to see how big around it is, how tall it is, how many logs you can get out of it. Some of the things I enjoyed were some of the little things like getting to know some of the people that I wouldn't have normally got to know.
Starting about Christmas time, we form what are called career development events with these kids in the FFA and travel around Crowder College to about 8 different schools and colleges throughout the state. Compete in small local contests, and then in April there's a district contest. It consists of 64 schools in Missouri, and they compete against everybody in our district. FFA is a little different than everything else. We're not size related. We're competing against every school in the state. It's not 1A, 2A, 3A. It's everybody that has a team. And our forestry team this year, won the district title, and that's been pretty common over the last 25 years. It's been a tradition, and went on to state. The kids this year, or last year actually, won the state contest pretty handily. They prepared all summer. We had practice over the summer. We had practice until the end of October. Went to Indianapolis. But prior to that, we actually took a couple trips in the country. Went to North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia to look at different timber, different species that they need to know for the national contest. And Went to nationals end of October, 1st of November. Competed against the 43 states that typically compete, and got second in the nation. Between the 4 kids that competed, they came home with $2,300 in scholarship money. You know, we've got Mr. Holt with us now. We've got 2-teacher program in the FFA, and this was the first time we've had that opportunity to actually take the kids that earned the right to go to convention in another fashion, and they were able to attend sessions and things like that. And I spent most of my time with these guys, and that's my favorite part. I like being out in the timber, and have over the last several years developed, you know, a fair bit of knowledge on the subject, and I like passing that on. You know, it's something they can actually use. Everything we do in the FFA and in the ag classroom, I tell them, it'll either make you money or save you money, you know.